Welcome to Kosovo. It may not make the headlines much nowadays, but rest assured, it is still here. Like so many other places in the world, the people who are living here are still struggling. And believe it or not, you can help and see the difference you make.
If you said 275 boxes, if you had 300, if you got 300 boxes, that'd be fantastic. Everybody's got their own reason for doing things. My own reasoning, my own motivation originally was as just a complete frustration with seeing images on TV and reading about things in the press and not being able to do anything to help. And feeling that if I was putting money into a collection tin, never knowing quite what was happening to that money and how much of that money was being used for the purpose. We have a motto that we take aid, not sides. We go wherever we need to go, and we will give stuff to people who need it, wherever they are, whether they're Serbian, Kosovan, Croatian, Albanian, Roma. It doesn't matter. If somebody needs help, then we're trying to help them. So we started our own charity and we named it Hope and Aid Direct. Hope because we're trying to lift the spirits of people who frankly have lost all the will to do anything and to live in some cases. Aid because that's what we're all about. We're taking physical aid to people who need it. And Direct because we won't put anything in a warehouse. Every penny that is donated is used to transport the goods that we've got and to give those goods to the people that need it. Every penny. There's just so much need out there, and that need is going to go on for years, regrettably. We can't possibly make a difference to the whole country, but we do what we can, and we know that we are actually changing people's lives.
And up and down the country, a dozen other offices or homes are also buzzing with activity. A nationwide team of volunteers show boundless dedication, raising money and gathering supplies by any means necessary, from food collections at local supermarkets to fundraising gigs. Houses in suburban cul-de-sacs are transformed into makeshift warehouses, living rooms piled high with banana boxes, bursting with the clothing, food, medical supplies and much, much more that you provided.
God, you never thought bananas could weigh so much, would you? Oh, got it.
And this is how it gets to the hands of the person you wanted to give it to.
Yeah, it's quite an effort, really. It takes some time. But this is the culmination of it, you know, the journey and the fun of the journey and the thought of the distribution at the end makes it all worthwhile.
It feels good to be on the road then?
Yeah, it's great to be on the road, yes. Yeah.
How many trips is this for you?
For me, 2 to Albania, 3 Kosovo, 1 Serbia. Yeah, about half a dozen or so.
Okay, mate.
Thank you very much.
Cheers.
Okay, cheers then.
The plan for today is to leave here, trundle on down the road to the Austrian-Slovenian border and go through a load of paperwork to get out of Austria and the European Union. We then do another load of paperwork to get into Slovenia. We then travel across Slovenia and do a load of paperwork to get out of Slovenia. And then we travel through no man's land and do a load of paperwork to get into Croatia. And the amount of time it takes on those little joys of administration, God only knows.
Oh, good morning all. I slept like a baby. Oh,
breakfast in bed?
Oh,
Crossing borders outside of the European Union is a complicated process, especially with 12 trucks bursting at the rivets with humanitarian aid. It's not just a question of showing a few passports and cruising into the sunset. Everything has to be accounted for twice.
They're asking customs
Yes.
at Belgrade.
No.
If they say yes, they've got to fax to where?
To the
Back to the Red Cross.
Yes.
What are they faxing back?
And then here is expedition in Belgrade.
So they've got a fax there. Yeah?
Yes. And then Lara have to send here fax.
And then they have to send it to the expedition.
Expedition, yes.
So again, we've got another fax to come here. Okay. So what we need to find out is whether or not that's happened first. Because I'm getting fed up with this now.
Now start your engine.
Finally, after 5 gruelling days and 1,500 miles on the road, the convoy rumbles along the last stretch, through Serbia via Belgrade, aided by the occasional police escort.
Gentlemen coming through, convoy.
And on to Kosovo. And this is where the real work begins. This base in the heart of the region is the last warehouse your aid will see. Before the week's up, each crew will reload their truck at least 5 times. Every day our non-government organisation, on this occasion the United Methodist Committee on Relief, or UMCOR, identify where your aid will do most good. And the guides ensure it gets there, no matter where there is.
A little bit unusual this morning. We've got 6 trucks going to one location, Plementina. Plementina is split between a Roma camp, a big Roma camp, and outside the camp there's quite a number of other families, Serb families. The 6 trucks that are going there are going to be doing 215 families. If you're going to Albanian houses or Serb houses, whatever outside, it's not so difficult. But when you get into a Roma camp, you've got an awful lot of people in a very tight area, often, and they are all desperate. They really are living in appalling conditions. So if you go in there with a lorry of free aid, it's like Father Christmas has just arrived. They all want everything. Now, they will push and shove, and if you're not careful, you can get very difficult situations. Judge the situation and make sure that you are safe. Make sure you have an exit route at all times.
Hey, hello.
Hi.
Actually, we are trying to do something to bring to the attention of the government, the British government and the international community. The problem.
Of course, problems extend way beyond poverty alone, but make no mistake, Hope and Aid Direct's presence makes a huge difference.
When did he disappear?
Kad je to bilo? Tačno.
To je bilo juna mjeseca 99. godine.
June 1999. He left to go for the job, you know. We get the information. It was the 8 people from this mine. Somebody
Yes.
take the group from 8 people.
So 8 people were taken from the mine and were never seen again. Not seen again. Okay. Well,
she said maybe he's killed or something.
Maybe killed. Yeah. How old was he when he disappeared?
Pa tu 22 godine.
Tad je imao 22 godine. 22 years old.
He was 22 years old. Okay.
Niko ne nagleda ni u kampu.
Open Aid
Ni za
is
nestale.
the first.
Ni za ništa. Hvala vam opet kad si se setili.
I don't want to say organization, but you know.
It's just first group.
Yeah, the group of the people who came here to help us.
The mantra of taking aid and not sides is not just a catchy phrase either. In Kosovo, it's essential.
Word of information, Kosovar here, Kosovo elsewhere. Very simple to remember. Is the Albanian side. On the point of security, the situation is calm. That was exactly the state of play 3 weeks ago on the morning the trouble started.
Sadly, there are some people who would not be best pleased to see your aid being brought to Serbs, and others who might think that the Albanians are undeserving. It's just one of the many obstacles we have to overcome.
The families that we're helping here, there's 94 families, all displaced 3 weeks ago in the fighting that occurred here. It's a mixture of